Everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. Today, I am genuinely feeling some huge breakthroughs for the Divine Masculine. I feel like there is a lot that they are processing, that they are absolving, a lot of karmic energies that they are working through. If you're feeling quite nasally, maybe even coughing or sneezing a lot. And feminines, if you're also feeling a lot of emotions, I am getting all of these physical symptoms of ascension that you are feeling is not only catalyzing the negative karmic energy that's happening around the collective, but it's also happening on behalf of the divine masculine. Now, when this happens, sometimes it can throw you off course and all of a sudden you feel emotional about things, but it is time for you to just be in those emotions, see what comes up. And I feel like we have already gone through quite a few lucky days and we are coming up to the 7/7 portal. I feel like July, August, September is going to be very important for a lot of you divine feminines. You're probably going to get in connection with your divine masculines, but also um, you're probably opening your heart a lot more by doing your own thing and focusing on your purpose. And that in turn is actually like moving the connection forward without forcing. And I feel like there is a few divine masculines who are probably tapping into your social media, who are probably posting, communicating with you. So I really want to talk about that here today. And so there will be a part two to this message, and I'm going to post it pretty much immediately for the Divine Sacred Tarot community members. And if you ever wanted to join the community, head over to my website, divinesacredtarot.com, and then you can join and pay a small fee per month, basically. So you get weekly newsletters, weekly videos that you can see the cards on. And so I'm super excited about this one reading. So let's go into the general receptivity of this type of message. I'm seeing a lot of numbers are probably sinking in with you at this time. You're probably getting a lot of divine guidance, a lot of protection around your angels and ancestors, a lot of signs, a lot of animal signs are coming to you. But I'm also seeing that the main card that came out here is the Chariot card. Now, this is the divine masculine. This has come up, I think, on like two or three occasions now. When cards repeat, especially when they come up on different days with different questions, like my main question is, what does the divine masculine want to share with us? And their higher self is obviously going through this above higher perspective. So they know what's happening in the third dimensional for the divine masculines. They are keeping busy, they are doing things. And you too, feminines, are doing busying things, but I feel like it's also heightening, getting out there. I feel like your hermit card type of energy is slowly dissipating, that you're very aware of where you spend your time and energy and who you spend that time and energy with. And as the divine masculines are just plain busy, they are also going through this breakthrough. Like their will has been broken through too. I'm also like tasting a cup of tea. So if anybody of you like tea or sipping tea, that's obviously quite important. Maybe even like iced tea. But I'm also seeing that the divine masculine is gathering this clarity through the chariot card. This is a reclamation, a stern determination towards their direction. Now, I feel that there's a lot of cars that I'm getting as well. There is a lot of like fast cars, there is a lot of like motorsport. There is an active steering towards you and this connection. I'm seeing a lot of divine masculines who have kind of been blocked from communicating with you in the astral, but it doesn't mean that they can't get in. They're probably using other channels of communication to get to you. Maybe they're posting more on social media so they can actually share a message with you indirectly. Maybe your friends know their friends. But I'm getting that emotionally, this is a card that is really asking the divine masculines to overcome that in a conflict. And actually, they have this desire to move forward. They have this unwavering faith and trust that they do want to overcome that inner conflict because they desire union with you. And I feel like that's probably why you may be hearing from them in the physical or via other people. Because if you're feeling, say, distant or you're in this elongated separation, I know for a lot of you divine feminines, you're thinking that this is going to come to an end, but also you're so good on your own and you've really nurtured your own highest frequency vibrationally. You're doing your own thing, like I said, but if you're not letting them in, they are determined to break that wall. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost as if, so I personally did this. I kind of just let go of the divine masculine. I truly understand what a lot of twin flame energies were talking about regarding the twin flame surrender. It's not about giving up. That's the last thing that we're talking about here. It's about having this sheer determination that there is such a strong bond that it will make its way in its own time. And this separation is so purposeful. So I kind of like went into this, you do your own thing. I trust you. I love you and I believe in us, but keep doing you. It's fine. Take your time. And when I declared that, yeah, there is some element of fear and anxiety because like this twin flame isn't for the faint-hearted. It's very trial test, journey wise, but I feel like me personally, who had put up a wall to go, no, I'm focusing on the reality, I'm remaining present, I'm, living this human existence, I'm enjoying all these emotions and these adventures. Now, they will eventually come back in, as in, like, they'll communicate or they'll connect. Like I said, you're going to be getting these messages and they, as the divine masculine, is so determined with this chariot card to break through. And I feel like this is probably why the chariot card has come up in the last couple of occasions. But you know what? I'm pretty sure I lined up a bunch of readings on Instagram, and this is the one card that came out today. No word of a lie. It literally came out a few hours ago. So this is pretty epic that we're seeing the chariot card again, the exact same chariot card, by the way. Um, they are so determined to break that wall down. You're going to feel this energetic push, and you're not imagining it because we've also got the Knight of Cups and we've got the Eight of Wands. That's like high level communication because the Chariot is the major arcana of moving forward, quite hasty, quite in a hurry. But the Eight of Wands, I say it's the minor card equivalent to the Chariot card. So the divine masculine is literally declaring, I'm coming. I'm hearing like coming in hot. They're no longer pulled in an opposite direction. Now, when they approach with emotion, with romance, with that energy of love, and that energy of vulnerability. Like they're on this mission to just not move, but like to really take precise action because they know it's not going to be enough if they just communicate just off the cuff. They need this to go well, but it needs to be different than it was before. Now, a lot of divine masculines have been learning to express their feelings. Sometimes, even personally, when I was going through my own divine masculine energies, like I wouldn't express my feelings. Like I said, even on this channel, that I really talk about my own experiences. And so, even if you are female, male, gendered, non-binary, it doesn't matter because we both and everybody encompasses the divine masculine, divine feminine energies, which is why we were saying that union is always within us. That's what we mean. So if you're in a heavier divine masculine type of a framework, blueprint energy, that you have needed to learn how to express your feelings But you've also needed to learn how to express your feelings differently, openly, in a vulnerable way. But it needed for you to open your heart from your heart center rather than ego or fear. Now, this Knight of Cups is a slow moving knight. You've got the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. They are both slow moving, but I'm also seeing there's a little froggy here, a little frog being offered a flower. So, this is this sheer determination. If you're the same sex or you've got big, big age gaps, or maybe even your different cultures, this is a very clear Knight of Cups that wants to bring in this untraditional route, right? They are learning to express themselves differently and they want to not be as impulsive as, say, the Knight of Wands, the Swords, but like be intentional with their softness because they've never found anybody else like you. They've actually been searching for all these different types of individuals, and every individual they come across is a good thing because they're just like, well, yeah, I thought she'd be different, but you are the comparison. So the divine masculine is actually saying, I come in love, not lust. They're coming in with this element of sincerity, of like, it's not a performance. You know what I mean? Like it's not just out there for um superficial visionary terms. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Wands. Now, this message is about, again, acceleration, fast moving energy. Usually, we can see the Eight of Wands as communications. So some of you are probably receiving messages either on social media or you're seeing their stories. Maybe they're posting stuff like messages, signs, even dreams, even astral pulls are being intensified at this time. So between now and say like the 7/7 portal, you are going to have a lot more spiritual communication and you're probably receiving a few more pings from their higher self because your souls are connected. You're already telepathically communicating. And there is a beautiful song, actually. I'm going to share it on the monthly newsletter. This is free for everyone, by the way. It's absolutely free. I basically go through the astral chart. I give a free card reading and even like a song of the month. And there is an awesome song I want you guys to listen to. So you've got a few days yet. Head over to divinesacredtarot.com, send me an email, sign up to the newsletter. Absolutely free, you guys. It's a bit like YouTube. I'm just doing this for free just because I know that these messages need to get out to people who can't always afford a reading, right? And you're actually helping me by growing this side of this business. So please do click the like button. I want to say that the Divine Masculines are bringing in the Eight of Wands right now because they do want to break the silence. But they just don't know exactly how to do it because we've got the Knight of Cups here. This is more of a what do I want to say? It's like that intention. You know what I mentioned earlier? That intention of wanting to do things right, not just coming in and going, "Hey, what's going on?" Like they know that's poor form, right? It's just not acceptable anymore. And they don't want to come in with that. They want to break the silence. And if not in words, then via their soul, via these soulful actions. So, you guys, I absolutely loved these messages. I'm going to do a part two and head over to divinesacredtarot.com if you want part two. Obviously, as soon as you sign up, you get the part two reading, but you also get other back catalogs of the messages that I've also recorded in the past. So I love you guys. Please like the video. Let me know if this resonated, and I will see you on the next one.